One of the questions I've come to anticipate being asked is, how are you both a doctor and someone who actively creates online? But while this is dependent on several different factors like current workload or seasons, a huge part of it is being organized, or at least trying to be. So today I'd like to share ways that I've been able to do that. And I especially wanted to do this because I see a lot of videos or tips like this utilizing a lot of apps. And I just look at my own system and it just looks very basic. But as someone who likes to keep the apps on my phone and things in life generally minimalist, I thought to myself, surely I can't be the only one. And I've mostly kept to the native apps on my phone, even though I've explored other apps. And I think that even if you don't use an Apple product, this video could still be useful, especially just to give you ideas on how to stay organized. It's a very simple guide, maybe even too easy, but it works for me right now. Let's get into my laptop. Okay, so I have my laptop here and I'm just going to start screen recording. Alright, so first up is a note-taking app, which is my iPhone's Notes app. Yes, I know, very basic. I arrange it into folders for easy retrieval. I have important YouTube, newsletter writing, lessons from writing, so things I've learned from books, things I've learned about this YouTube space, because YouTube is just another entirely different ecosystem of itself, and things I've also learned within medicine that I need for my profession, and then socials. I'm not even sure what's in social. I think the biggest hack, and I learned this from Matt Diavella a few months ago, was adding the archived folder, because I've been keeping notes for a while and there are some that you kind of don't want to delete, but you kind of also don't want to not delete, and it just helps to keep everything neat and organized. First one, which is notes, and these are the ones that really do not fit into any specific category. So I have my feedback where I keep any feedback I get, usually the constructive criticism, but then I have this one that says vanity, where I just keep the nice comments, especially for times where you get discouraged, you fall into self-doubt and imposter syndrome. So if you've ever given me a nice comment, it's very likely it's in this folder. So I also have this note on joy triggers, which is padlocked. I learned from Ariana Huffington. That's another thing I love about the Notes app. You can padlock some things, and it's basically just writing a list of things that bring you joy, that are seemingly simple things. And I'm not going to show it, but if you've been watching my channel for a while, then you already know that drinking a hot cup of beverage like Milo is definitely on that list. And then I also have other things like my plans for the year. I keep that pinned at the top. So another feature is keeping some things pinned at the top. Keep those pinned just for easier access, because there are things that I routinely might need, even though there is a search column as well. So the next one is my YouTube folder. And this is where I do all things YouTube related. It's also where I briefly outline my script. This is the outline for this video. So it just says what the thumbnail I'm thinking of, a loose script with an intro, a body, and obviously a conclusion. And then this video schedule, usually day or two before the new month. I can switch things around, but at least I know that I have some form of direction. And this is super easy to make. A new note. Click on this table, add a row above, add another row, put in the dates. Let's just use some arbitrary dates. Write whatever you want. Hello. And it's that simple. You can also make to-do lists. You can also add photos. This is my profile photo. You can create a joint grocery list with your partner or your roommate. Next, we have the newsletter, which I'm really excited about. I've been having so much fun writing these letters, the feeling of deja vu, what it is, and why we experience it. I'm probably going to start a new one for the fourth one very soon. So this is writing, and this is just some of the writing that I've done. Literally dream in stories. It's like I cannot get to read of storytelling. It haunts me in my dream. I write them out sometime. Won me the Etselad Prize for Literature. I wrote it on this app. This is where my writing is. Some probably to never be seen again. So I'm just going to breeze through the rest because they're mostly just lessons I've learned. So things I've learned from writing, how to tell a good story, how to write interesting things, how to write a good headline. Also lessons I've learned from YouTube. And also this is from my medical knowledge. The one thing I'm just going to talk about here is this one that says general rule of thumb. And with medicine, it's like you can get the dosages of drugs mixed up, especially in pediatrics. If you're a medic, you know this. Children usually have their medications based on their weight. It can be very confusing, and usually we just use handbooks depending on your location. Like I am in Nigeria, I've compiled it over the years, and I also put it into different categories. So we have ENT, we have the respiratory system. So I categorize it based on the systems. Obviously, the more you practice, the less you need this thing. All right, that's it for my notes. Let's go to an app for to-do list, and the one I use is the reminders that came with my phone. Yes, like I said, very basic. And so for this one, I basically divided it into days, and then I have a general overview for the week. For those that I feel like they don't have a specific deadline and I just know I want to get them done during the week. And then I have a list of things to pack for whenever I travel, so I don't have to keep thinking every time I need to travel, what do I pack? And then this one to explore is actually pretty interesting because there are topics for the newsletter. I feel like I am belaboring this point, but yes, if you haven't subscribed, please go check it out. The link will be in the description box. So you can decide to hide the ones you've completed, or you can show them. And these are the ones that I've done. This was episode 1 and this was episode 2, and this is episode 3, which is out, so I should probably take that. And I call them to explore because I don't really think of myself as a content creator. I think I'm just someone who creates and shares on the internet. And these are things that I'd like to explore. As you can see, some are in form of questions. Some are just things that I am curious about. But I think the thing with the newsletter is now I've given myself kind of like a deadline to explore these things. I'm really looking forward to this one, Neurotheology When Science Meets God, because someone posted about it and I Googled it and I realized there was this concept of this God-shaped vacuum or hole within the mind or within the human brain. And if you don't see anything, it's because I've completed them, and I can easily just say show completed. These were the things I'd wanted to do this week, and I can just say show completed so that I can feel like, okay, I've actually done something, and then hide so that it doesn't look too clunky. Up next is a calendar, which is super important to everyone. And again, I just use the calendar that comes with my phone. And I feel like the only person on the planet who doesn't use Google Calendar. But to be honest, I don't have that much going on. Important things to me are loved ones' birthdays. And I also log in Zoom meetings and online conferences and video consultations that I sometimes have with patients. So let's go through it. It's pretty basic. This is literally what my calendar is looking like for the month of April. Not much going on. Again, because I have the to-do list that already kind of keeps me organized for the week. The calendar is more for things that I actually need to be notified about or I need to be alerted about. And you can look at it overall as the year or as the month. Adding something new is very easy. New events, you just go, let me see, video consultation, pick a time, and alert me 10 minutes before, and I can add a second alert which would be at the time of the event, and I can leave a note. It also comes color coded, so I can say it's for work or something related to my family. And if you notice, my sister's birthday is color coded on the family, and simple, it's been added and I will get the notification. It also does work with the mail. Most times when I do sign up for a conference online, get the email and just add it directly. Within the emails, the dates and the time is hyperlinked. So the last one is analog, and that is my actual physical journal. Now, I could probably go on and on about this one. If you watch this channel, you already know that I am a long time journaler. But what I love about this method is that it isn't tied to any screen. You know, there are just some times when you don't want to be looking at a screen. And although I do have a journal on my phone, which is passworded, so don't even think about it, I sometimes just prefer this more pen to paper feel. I got this particular one from a random supermarket. It's just black in color, very basic. I didn't really want something too dramatic. But what I love about it is this color categories. So it helps me to categorize it, and it's in 4 colors. You know, I think I could probably do an in-depth video on organizing my life and thought in a non-digital way using my journal or sketching. There's just something about pen and paper that just hits different, and it doesn't help me to just stay physically organized but mentally as well. Declutter my head. I can always just rip out the page and toss it in the bin. I really cannot count how many times I've journaled myself into literally a solution where I have to write, "Thank you for this therapy session." Very basic and minimal, but it gets the job done. And I am currently trying out some non-native apps like Google Keep and Notion, and they've been fun so far. And maybe as my workflow increases, I might need something more. But for now, this is it. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. I hope you found this useful in some way. Let me know down in the comment section, and as always, I will see you there.